So far we have seen objects like this. Here we have a person, we have an object person that has two key value pairs, first name with the value John and last name with the value Doe. So far we have been accessing properties with the dot notation as in person dot first name. When you save it, you will see the value John on the console. Now the thing is that can we have functions as object members? Let's say that we want to print the full name of this person. A simple use case is that I want to print the full name of the object person. One way to do this is to have console and then concatenate the string values which is inside the person dot first name and person dot last name. If you save this, you will see it prints John Doe on the console, right? So it is giving you the first name, then a space, and then the last name. This is one way to do it outside the functions. The other way to do this is to have a function which can be named, let's say, full name, and this is a function which, when invoked, returns this value. So this key full name is actually a function that processes the first name and last name and returns the concatenated value of first name, last name. Let's see this in action. To access a function, you will you will still be using the same format for console.log, and inside this you will say person dot full name. You see it prints the full name from the person object, which is John space Doe, that we concatenated here. If I comment out this, if you comment out this, it will show, if it will keep on showing John Doe because that is coming from this function. It is very important to add this parenthesis at the end. If you do not add this, this actually will give back the function that is being represented by this keyword. So see, if you simply say person dot full name without a parenthesis, it will return you a function, right? And it will return you whatever the business logic that you have inside that function. So if you simply have the key without the parenthesis, it will give you its value, and the value here is a function. But if you actually pass the parentheses with any parameters required, this will behave as an invocation to the function, and it will return, or it will fulfill the business logic that is there inside the function. If you notice here, we have used this, THIS this. This is a keyword that refers to an object in JavaScript. In this current scenario, this is referring to the current object, which is the person object. So this here, if you hover over this, you will see this has the structure of first name string, last name string, and full name string, right? Full name is a function that gives back string. And if you notice here, person first name is a string, last name is a string, full name is a function that returns a string, right? So this is referring to the current object that you are in. Okay, this will refer to different things depending on where and how it has been used. If in an object, this refers to the object, so here it is referring to the current object. We must remember that this is not a variable, it is a keyword, and you cannot change the value of this. This is a system provided keyword that its value cannot be changed. Okay, so JavaScript methods are actions that can be performed on objects. You see here that full name is a method that has been performed on this object person, and it returns a value that we have expected, right? Methods are functions stored as object properties. So here we are storing the method as object properties. Well, this is because of the editor ID that we are using, the Visual Studio Code, that you see a visible difference between the color code of a normal primitive variable, which is like first name stores a string, last name stores another string. You see the color of these are same. Full name is storing a function, so its color is different. If we add another variable which can be like age, and you will see that still age has the same color as first name last name, which is a primitive data type. Okay, so the way we call a function is object dot function name, object dot method name or function name followed by the parentheses is how we call a function. Okay, so here the function full name parentheses is actually a method of the person object, and simply full name without parentheses is a property. That's why when we say object dot property, it just uh, returns you the contained object, which in this case is a function. We have seen that if you simply remove this and you save it, it will return a function that was stored inside it. You can add any kind of function, any business logic here. You can manipulate the values. You can have different objects, different values returned from a function inside an object.